Приветствую всех на канале про игры, с вами Иван. Продолжение игры Gridfall. И дальше бежим сегодня по сюжету. Подписывайтесь на канал, ставьте видео лайки, пишите в комментариях, что вы думаете по поводу этой игры. Ну, а у меня сегодня для вас, надеюсь, что завершение, все-таки планирую завершить эту цепочку сюжетного задания «Секрет Князя». То есть, это то, что пару-тройку выпусков назад совершенно случайно я выполнил часть заданий с древними развалинами, которые повсюду разбросаны в глубине острова. Ну и как бы вся предыстория заключается в том, что вполне возможно, что эмиссары торгового союза, эмиссаром которого, повторюсь, является и Сарде, уже высаживались на Тирфради, но не поделили что-то с местным населением, получили от местных по кумполу и быренько свалили обратно, никому при этом не сказав о том, что они здесь были. Поэтому, когда те же самые разведчики Мостового Союза нашли Тирфради, они понятия не имели, что здесь уже кто-то побывал. Они думали, что они такие, блин, первооткрыватели Колумбы. А получилось, что фиг там. Поэтому, в общем и целом, выяснили вот эти вот нюансы. И теперь надо поговорить с Адмиральшей по поводу этих развалин.
Good day, my lord.
Sarde. I'm the emissary of the congregation on Tierfredi.
And cousin to the governor. I know exactly who you are. Enchanted. I am Admiral Cabral. One of my naughts accompanies you from time to time, doesn't he? He must still be angry I've set him ashore. But I doubt that you've come here to discuss affectations. What can I do for you?
I've explored many ruins on this island, ruins that after careful scrutiny were built by the congregation. In one of them we found a journal that made reference to your guild. This document, as are the buildings, date much further back than the arrival of the Bridge Alliance a decade ago. These discoveries raise a good many questions, questions that my cousin would like you to answer.
I understand. All the same, we are in a difficult situation. We are bound by the pact. I could eventually overlook these engagements if you would perform a service. Commander Fernando, who holds the port of San-Matteus, has problems with certain members of Teneme. The bishop that accompanies you on occasion could without a doubt tell you more.
I won't hesitate to speak to him about it.
Solve these problems, and I will reconsider the validity of the pact. I will answer your questions. Anything else?
I need to be going. Until we meet again, Admiral.
Все в порядке, все нормально, придется все-таки брать в команду Питерса. И, наверное, помимо Петроса возьму в команду Васко да Гаму. Ну, это капитан корабля, про которого, в принципе, упоминала эта адмиральша. А третий уровень взлома нужен. Так, ну что, первым делом Васко. Сиора, уходи, Курт, уходи. Берем, значит, Васку. И Петруса. Все, где этот церковник? Так, Так, ладно, лучше выйти тогда из домика. И вызвать чувачка на базар.
Have you considered my proposition?
What was it again, precisely?
I've known the Mother Cardinal for quite some time. She is a formidable woman, gifted and diplomatically skilled. I fear that your cousin might be a little defenseless when dealing with her, and would like to give him a few weapons.
What do you have in mind?
Diplomacy is not only a matter of formal encounters and choreographed etiquette. If we had the means to action more personal leverage, the Mother Cardinal could not manipulate your cousin.
How could we ever find anything of that sort?
Everyone has nasty little secrets, my child. It's our task to discover Cornelia's.
It is a very good idea, but alas, I have other problems to resolve first.
I understand. Come and find me when you are ready.
I had a meeting with Admiral Cabral concerning what we found in those ruins. She said she was bound by a pact that kept her from answering questions on the subject.
The Nauts are nothing more than mercenaries of the oceans. I suppose that she wants something in exchange.
Effectively. She told me that her men posted at San-Matteus met with some problems, and she advised me to speak to you. Does that make sense?
I believe I see what the Admiral is speaking about. Or rather, who. A few of our zealous brothers are overcome by their faith. You already witnessed it for yourself at San-Matteus. They look with a wary eye at all those who do not swear faith to Thélème, and refuse to express their faith openly. It is possible they have decided to target the Nauts. We will need to speak with those on Thélème lands. And of course, seek out the Bishop Domitius.
С епископом надо поговорить.
Take care, my child.
Так, надо поговорить с епископом и надо поговорить с капитанами. Надо подумать, куда же все-таки лучше пойти. Понятненько. Так. У тебя внезапно нет никаких идей?
I have a favor to ask.
Very well. I'm listening.
Кто б
Do you
сомневался.
remember the story of Jonah?
Of course.
Well, I'm like him. A donation to the sea. My family also gave me to the Nauts. I don't know anything about my real family, except that they are probably affluent and from the congregation. When I was born, the Nauts and the merchant princes had a complex relationship. I must have been used to settle a debt or forge a truce, but that doesn't matter. The mystery of my origins has now become an obsession. I need to know where I come from. If I were patient enough, I'd wait to become a fleet commander, and then I would be told. But since being laid off, such a promotion seems somewhat improbable.
And you want me to help you find this information?
You understand correctly. The records of all seamen stationed on the island are in their respective ports. Mine must be in the harbor office in New Serene, and it must contain my family name. But if I go there, I'd be spotted right away. Could you go there and bring the file to me?
Another time, maybe. Alas, I'm too busy at the moment.
I understand. Come back when you have more time. Did you want anything else?
I must leave you.
Так, ладно, ничего внятного он изложить не сможет. Но зато появилось от него дополнительное задание, ну а мы переходим в Сан-Матеус. Хорошо, что можно из домика перемещаться по карте. Так, вот мы добрались до Сан-Матеуса. Да что такое? Доб, черные земли, поющие зета. Понятненько. Так, нет, перемещаться нам не надо. Сразу смотрим, что у нас здесь есть интересненького. Где-то здесь в окрестностях Сан-Матеуса нам надо организовать 3 лагеря. Опупеть задачка. То что организовать-то их плевое дело. Ну вот найти место под эти лагеря, вот это уже не плевое дело. Так, какой-то значок вопросика у нас здесь был. А вот и первый лагерь. И есть контакт. Первый сделали. Ну, эти лагеря так в некоторой степени побочное явление, но тем не менее явление довольно-таки нужное. За него мы все равно получим опыт, получим наградки. Так что пригодится. А пригодится тут может все. Так, попробую посмотреть еще место для лагеря. Так, здесь бы место было хорошее, но почему-то нет. Скорее всего, где-то в... Опа. Старая лесопилка. Тут значков вопросиков нету. Значки вопросика. 1, 2, 3, 4 места неисследованных у нас осталось. Сейчас, да, давайте быстренько скотчем по этим 4 местам неисследованным. Чтобы посмотреть, что там есть. Ну и, как правило, потом, кто будет проходить из тех, кто смотрит меня, уже будут знать, что где находится, куда бежать, куда деваться, кого убивать и с кем дружить. Так, здесь что? Леса. Попал, не попал? Мне ж 4 лисицы надо еще добыть. Так, вы кто такие? Стоят себе. Да, тебе. Вот так надо. Ну, бригантина. Надо посмотреть. Ну, правда, она старая, а то можно куртку ее сбагрить. Он у нас тяжеловес, носит всякую такую ерундовину. Так, место хорошее. Ага, лагерь все-таки за углом. Но бандюков вынесли, поэтому, в принципе, лагерь можно будет поставить. У нас второй лагерь. Что у нас здесь? Непонятно, но думаю, по сюжету эта территория нам откроется. Скорее всего, если надо будет проникнуть в эту крепость. А, заповедная поляна. Ну ладно. Нам пока туда не надо. Так, как пройти к остальным? К остальным пройти через город. Все, погнали в город. Кстати, о птичках. Раз уж так сложилось, что мы в Сан-Матеусе, то можно будет понаглеть. Петрус предлагает нарыть компромат на предстоятельницу его, на матриарха, так сказать. Можно компромат надыпать. Куда побежал? Нате. Эпик стрелять. Не вставать. Какие-то бедненькие. Ух ты! Так, у этих хотя бы есть сундук. Так что не сильно они и бедные. А у меня что, разве взлом не второго уровня? Пардоньте. А у меня наука. Печально, ладно. Тоже печально. Один маленький способ. То есть у меня на камзоле висят именно ключики. О! А ключики у нас дают +1 к взлому. То есть реально получается старый вышитый камзол выкидывать нельзя, потому что иногда придется в него переодеваться. Допустим, вот как сейчас, да, и я думаю, в одежде туземных охотников меня бы сюда не пустили. Ну и смотрели бы как на придурочного. Бегает человек с материка в одежде островитянских дикарей. По меньшей мере не поняли бы. Эти что-то тут стоят. Так, сразу первым делом в городе смотрим торгаша. Торговец прямо на площадь. Побежали. Вернее, медленно поскакали. Заодно, кстати, у торговца можно будет провентилировать, какие товары продают в Сан-Матеусе. Потому что, я так понимаю, разные товары в разных частях острова. Так, немножко поторговали, теперь нам все-таки идти по заданиям. Поехали. Хлам продал, хлам тут же надо восполнить. Портовая улица. Так, куда-то надо сюда. Так, сейчас один маленький будет отступление. Возьму все-таки дополнительное задание Петруса.
Have you considered my proposition?
Very well. Let's go and discover what the governor would rather keep hidden from the world.
Excellent.
How would you like to go about this?
We must search her apartments in St-Matteus. They'll be guarded, of course. But if we are discreet, that shouldn't be a problem.
This is taking quite a risk. The congregation's reputation could suffer if we're caught, and my cousin's position would be weakened.
I know. But keep in mind that I know the palace extremely well. And if we want to be sure to pass without being noticed, we need only dress ourselves up as servants.
That would improve our chances. Well, let's do it.
В общем и целом он нам предлагает не очень хорошие вещи. Ну да ладно. Поговорим с генералом. Ты кто?
Hello, sir. You are from the congregation, are you not?
Indeed. De Sarde. Your admiral has sent me here.
Pleasure. You may call me Fernando. I am the port commander here. What might I do for you?
Your admiral informed me that you've been having problems with a few citizens of Teleme. What more can you tell me?
Problems, huh? We're up to our necks and sinking with problems. Yeah, I even received threats to my own person. One of those high and mighty long robes dared walk upon my docks with talk of burning me at the stake. Burning me? Then two of my men up and disappeared. And I do not believe in coincidence. I wanted to ask for help from the Mother Cardinal, but she did not answer my requests for an audience. The games of politics are not my forte, and investigations even less so. Find my men, I implore you. More questions?
Зашибись.
Thanks. I've got everything I need.
Fernando and the Admiral are close. When she was captain, he was her chief mate. She trusts him completely. That's why she put him in charge of the management of the port of San-Matteus.
We should talk to some other sailors at the port. If some of their comrades have also disappeared, they may be able to give us some information.
Так, ну в общем у нас здесь что-то наподобие повторения. Повторюсь, что-то наподобие расследования с пропавших юнгой. Тоже надо найти человечков. Теперь уже двоих. Нас все идет по возрастающей. Что-то по ходу дела Навтов перестали тут любить. Так, я правильно дорогу иду? Да, правильно. Нельзя, правильно, дорога идете, товарищ. Так, ты кто разговорчивый?
Good day. I'm looking for several sailors, some naughts that disappeared a few days ago.
Sorry, that doesn't ring any bells. But I did hear talk like everyone else on the port, but that's all. You should ask the mage inquisitors who have taken up lodgings here of late. They must have certainly seen something. We see them everywhere, and they spend their time spying on all that moves, especially eyeing all that the Naughts are up to.
And what do these mage inquisitors look like?
They wear a very peculiar symbol.
We cannot question all the Inquisitors roaming around the island.
Ну да, как бы территория неподконтрольная. Всех допрашивать с пистолетом у виска не получится. Так, хлам. Чё-то я как-то здесь ни одного инквизитора не наблюдаю. Тут вообще заперто. Тут вода. С этим я уже позарил. Надо вернуться обратно. Ладно, пробую. Так, ладно, понятно, это у нас район просто отмечен поисков. Кто стрелял? Кто разрешил стрелять? Вы чё? Я, конечно, понимаю, мочи козлов и все такое, но стрелять-то команды не было. Что у нас здесь?
Maybe enlighten protect me in this battle.
Bit of poison on my blade. Then rescue!
May the shadow engulf our enemies.
Нехило. Что-то я, правда, не вкурю, кому мы тут вынесли. По полной программе. Но кого-то вынесли. Стража вроде даже не чухнулась. Так. Что там за окном? За окном ничего нет, что вообще ничего странного. Главное, чтобы мы не Навтов порезали нафиг. Дело в том, что тут чувак напал. Там какие-то непонятные личности нападают. Так, ладно, побазарим вот с этим еще грузчиками. Надеюсь, больше никого убивать не придется.
Good day. I'm looking for two men, Nauts, that went missing a few days ago. Do you know anything about them?
Why? As a matter of fact, I do. 3 or 4 days ago, I was at the tavern having a conversation with a sailor, a nice fellow. He was telling these stories. He was drinking hard. He went outside for a moment to... you can imagine. And well, he never came back. He wasn't that drunk to have passed out. If it were that, we would have found him. No. Something happened to him. That's a fact. But I would be at a loss to tell you what.
If one of the sailors disappeared as he came out of the tavern, that is where we should go. If we find Inquisitors there, they'll certainly know more than the ones we see here.
Так, как бы одного свидетеля уже нашли. А что ж такое опять перегруз, а? Кораблик. Себе такой хочу. Опять один бушлатый под трусом. Так, вообще почти все значки вопросов благополучно просмотрели. И сейчас в таверну. Проинспектируем, так сказать, местные питейные заведения. Так, только вот сначала я сбегаю все-таки к торговцу. Торгаш мне сейчас нужен крайне важно. Почистили инвентарчик. В общем, 200 единиц веса Сарде может нести с собой. С учетом всего имеющегося, сейчас 171 единица. И вопрос, куда идти дальше. Так. Как же туда? Ага. Через переулок не попасть. А вот так можно попробовать. Хорошо, есть карта города. Площадь Эдема. Это типа райское деревце. Эдемское дерево, на котором висело яблоко, которое кто-то сожрал.
We're approaching the tavern.
If we want to eavesdrop on conversations, we should be discreet.
Подкрадульки не получаются.
You again. Why am I not surprised to see you implicated in this story of surveillance?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
A witness told me that you and others of your order seem to be spying on all comings and goings in the port. 2 Nauts were captured not long ago. You had to have seen something.
You are mistaken, my son. You've been misinformed.
Да.
You do know that lying is forbidden in the sacred texts. Lies from someone as pious as yourself.
Petrus. All politics. Why am I not surprised to see you playing the lawyer to infidels?
Remember your manners, Aloysius, and tell us politely what this is about. The Mother Cardinal will be most saddened to hear that you have shown aggression to an emissary, and you know she'll listen to me.
I do not appreciate this attempt at intimidation. But very well. Since you insist. These Nauts were arrested. We were forced to interrogate them to bring to light their pagan rituals.
It wasn't a sanctioned arrest, was it?
No. The Mother Cardinal is not aware. Not yet. But as soon as we have succeeded in making them talk and they have confessed their heresy, she...
Of course. Where did you take them?
The Coin Guard has lent us their jails and some men. We do not normally like to call upon the services of these brutes, but we have need of their skills and discretion.
These Inquisitors really don't realize the consequences of their actions. We will have to proceed with caution.
Прикольно, они их арестовали, чтобы пытаться у них выяснить, а не производят ли они каких-нибудь странных обрядов. Дебилы. Я в шоке. Ну, в принципе, церковная инквизиция, что с них взять? Так, где у нас тут казармы монетной местной стражи? Обыскать резиденцию. Ну, таверна монетной стражи. Сюда-то нам и надо. Так, как сюда пройти? Как сюда пройти? Ладно, раз уж все равно сюда побежал. Придется опять через площадь с райским деревцем обходить. Я, кстати, возле... Ага, вот она, таверна. Пошли посмотрим. Кто тут что знает? Кто знает, тот в подвале.
A feast for the eyes, ladies and gentlemen, and it's free. Come and see me as soon as you have made your choice. You won't be disappointed. Of that I can assure you. Come
Так. Это, я так полагаю, бордель. Так, вот, ты можешь побазарить, да?
Greetings. Quartermaster Herbert. I'm in charge of these barracks. And you are?
Sarde, legate of the congregation.
Nice to meet you, Your Excellency. And what can I do for you?
That will be all,
Тебе ничего.
Quartermaster. Thank you.
Так, все-таки в подвале, но есть кто-то нам очень-очень нужен. Вопрос, где эта нужная темная личность? А, ну да, вот. Тюрьма.
Halt! You have no authority to go any further.
And if I gave you this, so that you might go and have a little fun?
In that case, I could certainly look the other way for a while, but be discreet.
Да я бы вас, наверное, всех и перебить мог. Так, где содержатся?
Thank you. Thank you for getting us out of there.
Those Inquisitors are completely mad. They tortured us. They wanted us to admit to all manner of horrors. Stories of some demonic cult and curses of Malachor. I was of the firm belief that they were going to kill us. But you must make haste. They are planning some sort of wickedness.
They spoke of a great purification. And after that, they did this to us. It doesn't bode well. Not at all. I heard them talking about their headquarters near the palace. Maybe you'll learn something there of interest. Thank you again for freeing us. We'll be able to make it back to port on our own.
We need to discover what is behind this talk of purification, before they can execute their plan. We should go see this Domitius after all. What he will tell us may help us understand.
Вот как раз к Домициусу. Лучше им имена-то давал, а? Каких свет, как они такие имена-то видели? Так, выход наружу где? Улица Казарм. А нам нужно к замку. Как раз там можно будет и обыскать комнатки. Только надо будет где-нибудь раздобыть одежду слуг. Вообще я туда иду или не туда? Ну, сейчас гляну. Ну, как бы окольными путями, но почти в правильном направлении. В процессе сбора хлама. Стоп! Стоямба. Это еще что такое? Так, с рассерженными туземцами будем разбираться потом. Пока идем далее по тексту. Так, вот этот вот Деципелус. Вон он, Децибелус. Децибелус?
Ah, Your Excellency. The Enlightened must have sent you. I would like to ask a favor of you.
I'm listening.
As you may be aware, we suspected this island might be the one St. Lucius wrote about.
Did you?
We did, but let me explain. This island was where St. Matteus lived at the end of his life, and where he founded a perfect community. Some time ago, we created a village which we called Eden, following his example. We chose this place as it seemed to be the closest to the one described in the Holy Scriptures. It is a home to a community of converted islanders, accompanied and guided in their budding faith by our theologians. As you can imagine, it is of the utmost importance to us. All the more so because we discovered some tablets there, which were engraved by our founder.
An extraordinary discovery that confirms your suspicions.
I see you understand. Alas, these tablets were stolen, probably by the islanders who still reject our influence. I know that you are generally well accepted by the natives. That is why I was hoping that you could help us to retrieve what belongs to us.
I suppose I could go to Eden and try and retrieve them.
Marvelous. The leader of the community, Father Justinius, will be able to answer your questions. May the Enlightened assist you in this holy quest, Your Excellency.
Все, накачка закончилась. Децибелус. Базар есть.
What do you want from me, my son?
Sir de Sarde, emissary of the congregation.
Ah. The congregation still has the uncanny gift of surprising us. I am Bishop Domitius. I represent the Ordo Luminous on the island. What can I do for you?
I believe you have a few problems with the Nauts who reside in the port.
We have problems with all matter of heretics, my son. And of course the pagan Nauts would be among them. They are very secretive, and have all sorts of strange rituals that they keep to themselves under cloak of mystery. The sorcery they employ to guide their ships is drawn from nature, just like the sorcery used by the natives. And to top it all off, and this is where it stings, we suspect them to be at the origin of the Malachor.
Whatever do you mean? How?
Have you ever once crossed paths with a Naut suffering from the blood plague? Why are they spared? The only logical reason is that they are at its origin, calling upon various cursed rituals. It's as simple as day. I am certain that we will find clues of their rituals and their pagan idols in their stockhouses in the port.
What a nest of absurdities.
What other reaction would you expect from those responsible for the curse that afflicts us?
Very well. Let's just agree that these rumors need to be verified.
Anything else?
Так, ну в одной деревеньке мы уже немножечко так лоханулись. Я думал, что бедные несчастные туземцы, на них просто церковники наговаривают, а оказалось нифига. Была у них одна мерзкая, жирная тварь. Ну, про тварь вы можете посмотреть в предыдущей серии. Насколько я помню, это была 8-я серия. выпуска, и вот там вот можно посмотреть ту тварюшку. И обряды, которые творили язычники, аборигены. Так, что нам надо? Нам надо сейчас с помощником побазарить.
Good day, Sarde. How can I help you?
I met the representative of the Ordo Luminis, and he spoke of his fears concerning the Nauts.
That hardly surprises me. That man is full of pride and arrogance, and sees evil wherever he gazes.
That bishop is not made of milk and kindness, but his questions are intriguing. He suspects you to be somehow responsible for the Malachor because you never fall prey to it.
Responsible for the Malachor? And how?
Through your magic. Some sort of ritual. Do you use a magic very similar to that of the natives?
I have nothing more to say about it. Those are merely the fantasies of a lunatic. More questions?
Thanks. I've got everything I need. The commander will probably not tell us anything more about the Naught's secrets, but the documents at the Harbour Master's office may teach us something new, if we can stay discreet.
Да, действовать скрытно — это хорошо. Только мне кажется, мы в этом портовом управлении уже всех перечикали. Да, точно так.
This note speaks of a secret hangar. We should investigate, even though it's sure to be well guarded. That way we'll know exactly what the Naughts are hiding from us.
I can assure you we're not hiding anything reprehensible. But if you absolutely want to check it out for yourself...
Да проверю, не доверяю я никаким всяким там ласкадагамам. Так, где этот ваш секретный склад? Аж интересно. Ага, вон он. У меня он тоже плащик бомбардира. Как-то ничего, не парюсь. Так, ищем секретный склад. Так, остановит или нет? Даже разрешили ящик облапить. Ну-ну. Я так понимаю, понятие воровства здесь нет вообще априори. Кстати, можно было сюда перепрыгнуть. Колечко особо редкое нашли. Что у нас тут? Так, но есть у меня такое смутное ощущение, что все...
I've already seen this type of engine in my uncle's court. It's used to spy upon the stars.
These objects are called sextants. Looking at the heavens through them, we can determine and track precisely the course of our ships.
Nothing magic nor impure therein. They're nothing but measuring instruments.
Конечно, нет. Это просто штурманские приборы.
These machines are extremely complex. I've never seen anything like this.
Астролябия.
This one looks like it has a shouting dolphin etched into its side.
I wouldn't begin to know how this one works. It's a new model, invented recently. It's designed to measure the depths of the oceans. It's extremely useful.
And that? It looks like a thermometer. And this other machine, does it really predict the weather?
The second instrument is a barometer, and it does indeed predict where the weather is going to be. Nothing magic in it either, I can tell you that.
These instruments are incredible, and I would be hard-pressed to use them. But I certainly see nothing magic in here. Nor anything diabolical. For as long as they work and are really used, these instruments seem to be the product of science. And I've definitely found nothing related to the Malachor, nor a secret sect or cult. This Domitius has let his imagination and the taste of Naught's secrets get the best of him.
I don't think you realize the importance of what you have just seen. These instruments allow us to dominate the oceans and discover new worlds. Keeping this secret has enabled us to remain the only ones capable of navigating the high seas.
Everyone just thinks you use a magic of your own.
We were the ones that spread that rumor. It harms our reputation, but protects us from competition.
And this story about the Malachor?
I have no way to explain why we don't catch it, but we're not responsible for it. I truly hope you'll reveal nothing of what you've discovered in this place.
Я что знаю, что их защищает Малахора.
Now our priority is to discover what this great purification is.
Чуваки, я убежал. В общем, скорее всего, соленая вода, которой много вокруг, а соленый морской ветер, вот это и есть основная защита Навтов. От Малахора. Сейчас пойдем искать улики против Ордена Света. Так, правильно бегу? Правильно бегу. Не, неправильно. Я не там вылез. Ну ладно. Это дело поправимое. Долго по городу бегать. Стоямба. Не туда, я что-то не туда побежал. Так, ладно, переодеваемся. Так, на этот раз у нас есть риза священника. Имеем довольно-таки благоприязненный вид. Пошли искать улики. Пока улик нету. Какие-то скамеечки. Это чё? Кухня или склады? Тоже никаких улик.
May the enlightened protect me in this battle!
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
Let's see. This fight.
Так, это что-то как-то было не к месту. Это было как-то не по теме. Че это они так отреагировали? Так, попробуй еще раз переодеться. Так, посмотрим, что у них в этой комнатке.
We must meet with the Mother Cardinal urgently. Only she can put an end to this madness.
Так, пытошная. Так, а мне вот интересно, если нафты обидятся на такие действия телемы и просто-напросто этому мостовому союзу запретят перемещение на своих кораблях, перестанут им привозить сюда грузы, продукты и все прочее. Что они делать-то будут? Эти долбаные инквизиторы и церковники. Голодный желудок. Сейчас я все ей расскажу.
Your Eminence, I salute you.
Sir de Sarde, what can I do for you?
Who are the missionaries?
It is an order that aims to convert people. You must have met some of its followers in Serene. Most of them leave the comfort of Thélème to visit other countries, to spread the good word. This once relatively minor order has become quite significant in recent years, and has established itself in politics in the highest positions of our nation.
I must leave you.
Так.
Naturally, Your Excellency.
Сначала все-таки с епископом.
Yes? I would like to have an audience with the Mother Cardinal to discuss the discoveries made during our investigation.
What is this about, Domitius?
Well, I don't rightly know.
You see, Eminence, Bishop Domitius has brought to my ears his order's accusations concerning the Nauts. According to him, they practice a religion close to those of the natives and use a nature-drawn magic. They would also be implicated, therefore, in the appearance of the Malachor.
That is an extremely serious accusation.
Effectively, considering the accusation is founded on no proof other than the Nauts' tradition of secrecy. But these suspicions have pushed the Order to extreme actions, risking the fragile peace of the island. The Ordo Luminis captured several Nauts locked them in jails rented to them by the coin guard. They were tortured with the singular goal of forcing them to admit heresy. They obtained nothing. If I had not intervened, these men would be dead.
Is this true, Domitius?
Some of our brothers undoubtedly misinterpreted the evil. I would have never allowed such a plan.
These Naughts are now united with their captain, and I am certain they would be most eager to bear testimony. Following up on the accusations of Bishop Domitius, I wanted to verify for myself what this was all about. I went to take a look at their storerooms and saw what they contained.
And are you going to tell them? You know how vital this information is to us.
Your secrets have already nearly cost the lives of your own men. It's time they were revealed. There were neither idols nor objects of any ritual, nor even anything magical, and absolutely nothing that could be attributed to the origin of the Malachor. I found nothing but measuring instruments and diverse navigational machines. I caught wind of a ridiculous scheme planned for the port by the Ordo Luminis, and I wanted to clear it up. I was able to get my hand on documents that effectively detailed an attack. A great purification. They were signed by you, Father, and included a contract where you enlisted the assistance of the Coin Guard to attack every Naught building and make prisoner of every one of their men that could be taken alive.
Domitius, how could you? Whatever did you want to accomplish?
The Naughts are not believers. We should not be dependent on heretics.
Have you gone completely mad, Domitius? We are on an island. How could we not be dependent on the Naughts? I want them arrested. Him and every member of his order. I will decide at a later time their fate. I thank you for bringing this business to my attention. Going after the Naughts. What madness. Without you, this city would now be drowning in chaos. Carry my best wishes to your cousin. His desire to maintain the peace on the island honors his house's reputation.
I will tell him, Your Eminence. Until we meet again.
Так, ну теперь чапаем обратно к Адмиральше. Докладаем ей о том, что все, что надо было выполнить, выполнили. В Сан-Матеусе разобрались с нехорошими инквизиторами. Что гады решили подвырезать всех Навтов. Чё-то, как говорится, у религиозных фанатиков мозга за мозгу зашла, и они не поняли, что реально они...
Goodbye. May the enlightened always keep you in his divine blessing.
В общем, не понимают глупые церковники о том, что полностью зависят от Навтов и от того, как их расположение будет дальше. На голодный желудок с еретиками бороться сложновато. Ладно, перемещаемся обратно. Так, и вот она, Адмиральша.
To Sarde, what can I do for you?
I've settled the problem in San-Matteus. Several of your men were imprisoned by the Ordo Luminis. The misguided brothers planned to attack the port. I had them arrested. They should no longer be a threat to you. The Order thought you to be heretics because of your tradition of secrecy.
The secrets. They often cut both ways. Therefore, I'm going to reveal to you another. We discovered this island nearly 2 centuries ago. A few decades later, we sold the discovery to your nation of merchants. Then, our closest allies, we transported some lords, men and merchandise. They began to colonize the island. The lords revealed themselves to possess a tyrannical nature and began to exploit the lands with a deadly passion. Their actions provoked a revolt of the natives, but also the very workers and craftsmen they had brought with them. The magic of the natives of Tirfredi was awoken. Beasts came out of the woods, and destroyed the new cities. Only a handful of lords and armed men were able to make it back to our ships. The losses were enormous. The humiliation, devastating. Your princes paid us well to keep their secret. They continued to make the occasional expedition. You are, in fact, a product of one of them.
What are you saying?
You must have had your doubts. You are the child of a native. You were born on one of our ships.
The child of an islander? But I know who my mother is, and...
I understand how difficult this is to hear. And I wouldn't know why your family has kept this from you all this time. In the end, we decided to sell the secret location of the island to other nations. The congregation, in spite of its fears, could not keep away. And here you are again. I am sorry for the shock I have caused you. You asked me for the truth, and now you have it. Anything else?
I need to be going. Until we meet again, Admiral. I can't believe that for all this time, I've been fed lies. Did Constantine know? I must go and see him.
My child, I understand that this revelation is upsetting. I wish I had the right words to comfort you. In any case, you do not have to be ashamed of your ancestry. This island is at the very core of all our faiths.
Are your boots? Come closer, good people.
Следовало ожидать, исходя из того, как он похож на местных островитян. Ну, думаешь, ну, ёлы-палы. Папашка островитянку оприходовал. Ну и чё? Подумаешь, велика трагедия.
Cousin, you couldn't pick a better time. I've been taken with jitters like a cat on a midday roof.
What are you waiting for with such anticipation?
I took your advice, you see? I've summoned one of these crows! He has been examining me for nearly an hour. I just barely escaped a purge. But I was given the mandatory bleeding. I so hate their little knives.
And so then, our venerable doctor, what is the verdict? The blood is black. Constantine, is this your blood? Constantine, answer me. Constantine, stay with me. Constantine. There is a chance that he is in error. It might be something else.
I'm going to die.
No, no, Constantine.
I will die, like your mother, and the others on the continent. I am dying. I don't want to die. I don't. Not so soon. It's so good. Cousin, I don't...
Constantine, I'm here. Pull yourself together. Out. Everyone out. It's an order.
Thank you, cousin.
There now. Are you better?
I don't know. You won't leave me, will you?
I'm going to find a cure, I promise you.
Didn't you promise the same thing to your mother? You know I'll be dead before you find one.
Don't say that. I will succeed. I've already some promising trails to explore.
I don't know, cousin. The tidings are so awfully dire. I'm afraid. I'm so afraid. I doubt the reason for your visit was to console me in my tragedy. Tell me, what brings you here?
It can wait. It's nothing that can't be dealt with later.
But please, please, whatever it is, it will take my mind elsewhere.
I was able to get the whole story out of the Admiral in exchange for a service. As our investigation was leading us to imagine, the congregation did once attempt to colonize the island. The Nauts discovered it some 2 centuries ago, and brought our people here a few decades later. But the enterprise to colonize the island failed completely. There were a great many bloody battles, Few colonists survived. The princes preferred to hide their defeat and paid the Naughts to keep the secret.
That they hid the fiasco from the world, I get. But that my father said nothing about it to me.
That's not the most shocking part of the story, believe me.
What do you mean?
The congregation continued to make expeditions to the island with the help of the Naughts. According to the Admiral, my mother came from the island and was brought back. I was born on one of their ships.
What? But... that means you are not...
your dear cousin? No. All the lies we've been fed since our tender childhood. The fable told that I'm the spitting image of my dead father lost during an expedition. God, I don't know what to think, Constantine. Why did they do that to me?
I don't know. It's another one of their sly and dark orchestrations. Some vile intrigue. If it is of some comfort, no matter the true story, you will always be my dear cousin. You have always been the only one to care for me. You are my only friend. That's all that matters to me. Keep this discovery between us. No one needs to know. My aunt adopted you after all. Bring in the others. Let us speak of different concerns. That's enough bad news for one day. Kurt, what is... what's going on? Is there something wrong?
Coin guards! The time has come.
But... what is this?
Ready arms.
Kurt, what are you doing?
Aim!
Stop that, soldiers! Lower your weapons, now!
Sorry, Greenblood.
Fight with honor.
On guard. I said draw!
Да ладно.
Stop it, Kurt! Wait! Speak. Why did you betray us?
Our commander figured out that we could easily take control of this island. You rely so heavily on our protection. You are so dependent. So naive. All the governors will suffer the same attacks if they haven't already. Your problems are far from over, Greenblood. The commander is there on the docks with all his lieutenants. I failed, but they will certainly succeed. Here, or elsewhere on the island. Not every governor has a cousin that I trained personally for combat.
Тяжкий выбор, товарищи. С одной стороны, тяжеловес в команде бы пригодился, с другой... Не люблю я мстителей.
Thank you. You saved us all.
The nerve of them. What else was there to expect from employing coin-fed mercenaries? All that liberty, so close to power, it went to their heads. It would have happened sooner or later. They could have been preparing this sort of coup for years.
Without wanting to rush you, bantering about the dangers of according one's trust to a sellsword is appropriate, but...
You're right. It's time for action. We need to get you somewhere safe, Constantine.
Those are my advisors that you must protect. Me? I want
to join in. Look at your condition. It's out of the question. We are taking you somewhere safe.
As you've left me no choice. There is a hiding place in the cellar.
We will take care of your advisors after that.
And we should make these conger eels pay for their treachery.
And attempt to stop the coups in other cities.
Then we have no time to lose. Let us be gone.
Так, оригинально. Тогда Васка и Сюрку.
Kurt's death might have been enough to make these congers retreat. They'll come back, that's for sure. We better be prepared.
Так, я с него могу забрать все, что я ему дал?
Stay behind us, Constantine. You're in no condition to fight. We must hurry before the guard can act.
Печально. Так, друзья, на этой печальной такой ноте я на сегодня заканчиваю. В следующей серии будем спасать Константина и остальных наместников от подлых наемников с монетной стражи. Может быть, даже убьем ихнего генерала. Но это будет в следующем выпуске. Так что смотрите 10-ю часть. А на этом я с вами прощаюсь. Подписывайтесь на канал, ставьте видео лайки, пишите в комментариях. И всем большое спасибо за ваше внимание.